Media Schmedia. Here's some more media news with Comic Book Man and JR.
Cool.
No, impossible. I'm fully booked for the next 2 centuries.
Media News, episode 95. Plum de Plume.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video outhouse.
Scared me.
It's time once again for JR.
It's Media News, Comic Book Man.
Betcha it is. And Media News is coming to you from
Where's it coming from?
Alternate Reality, which
This
is
place?
located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Mount Greenwood.
What?
Alternate Reality, where all new comics are 15% off every day for everyone, including folks that are still stuck in the Tron Matrix back in 1979.
Yeah,
if you haven't broken out yet, if you come down here, you'll get your new comics at 15% off.
All you Tron people.
JR, what's going on with Tron Legacy?
I had
the
no
sequel?
interest in seeing the Tron Legacy movie because
Oh,
I'm not
me either.
really. Yeah, I don't really see what the big nostalgia quality is for Tron.
I saw the first Tron. Boy, was it a sleeper.
Yeah, it's visually kind of interesting.
Groundbreaking at the time.
But it's groundbreaking at the time, and it's one of those movies that now, with the technology being what it is, you can remake it and hopefully make it.
Yeah, the technology being what it is right now, you can remake the first film on your home computer.
But this is true. This is true. But that being said, our lack of interest may have gone up a notch.
Yeah.
Because they're
Why?
doing some reshoots on the film. There's going to be 6 days of reshoots.
6 days.
So some rewriting had to occur, which means Disney had to bring in a couple of writers, and those writers are.
So these aren't effects reshoots; these are actual scene reshoots.
These are scene reshoots, character stuff. The writers are Incredibles director Brad Bird.
He's good.
He's very good, and Toy Story 3 screenwriter Michael Arndt are
good.
coming in. Yeah.
So how did they get roped into this turd?
Because Toy Story, because Tron is
Yes.
being released by Disney,
Well, yeah.
and Pixar is a Disney affiliate.
And Pixar said we don't want to see it lose too much money.
We have some hopes for this one.
We'd rather it was a minor failure, not a major failure.
I guess there was a little test screening for the powers that be at Disney.
Yes!
And they decided to trump up the character and emotional elements of the story a little bit. And who better to trump up your character emotional stuff than...
Well, Lord knows the first film didn't have any emotional
had
character stuff
yeah,
to be
zero,
trumped up.
Zero. It
And-
did have David Warner in a ridiculous outfit, though. So I'm just saying.
Staying with the Pixar folks.
Yes.
There's a direct-to-DVD spinoff
Yeah.
coming up on.
On Cars. Now, for those of you out there who are saying, wait a minute, isn't there a Cars sequel coming to theaters?
Yes,
Yes.
there is.
And for those of you saying, why? Cars,
Because it
believe
made money. Why else?
Well, it made money at the box office, but Cars, believe it or not, out of all of the Pixar movies,
Yeah.
makes the most money for them out of ancillary products like toys. The
Really?
toys for Cars is the biggest money maker for
Well, it's got to be.
Pixar.
Well,
and
it's got to
Disney.
be boys buying toy cars.
I guess. So we are getting a Cars 2 in theaters. We're also getting a direct-to-DVD spin-off entitled Planes.
Oh, JoJo the jet plane.
Exactly.
JoJo
Yes.
the jet plane.
Planes. Hey, maybe the next one could be trains.
Trains, yeah. Which of course would be what is that thing?
Thomas the Tank
Thomas the
Engine.
Tank. Thomas
Yep.
the Tank. Thomas the
So
Tank.
then
Comic
you'd
Book Man, you have a lovely singing voice.
Planes, trains, and cars, which is
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
automobiles. Exactly.
Is
And
that a pillow?
those aren't pillows?
Those are pillows!
The other Pixar news is that they're also going to be converting some of the earlier films to 3D.
3D, thank you.
For Christ's sake.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay, moving on. We're not talking about
Here
3D.
comes
No,
my-
we're not talking about 3D anymore on
Here
this
goes
show.
my lunch.
Okay,
3D.
next up, 1977's Oh God.
Yes.
First thing I thought was Oh God, why? Oh God is being remade.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
And who is God? Who are they?
You remember George Burns and John Denver?
We're making it in heaven.
Yes, and who better to play the role of God from George Burns is the now suddenly hot again Betty White.
Betty White doesn't have a lot of more years left in her. They better hurry up and do
They're
this.
starting to shoot right about now.
They better.
And Paul Rudd.
And what's
will
he
be
doing
playing
in it?
He's
Oh,
playing
I
the
mean,
John Denver
the
character.
John Denver
Exactly.
John
So
Denver
look for this as soon as possible before.
Now, why couldn't they just get George Burns and John
Denver.
John Denver to? Oh, they're dead.
Yeah,
Never mind.
they're both 6 feet
They're
out.
saying hi to God.
Yes,
That's why.
they have both joined the choir Invisible, Comic Book Man.
Paramount is
Yes.
redoing or making or remaking or doing a new version
Live
of
action.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes, and you could call it Hunchback of Kick Your Ass, because it's being described as
in
a
3D.
Paramount's describing this remake as a high concept action adventure film.
So he's gonna be on the wires coming down the shaft, right, and hanging upside down and doing the screws
Yeah,
on the
it's-
computer terminal.
He's gonna come down in
Great.
slow motion with a couple of Gatling guns in his arm.
Do they have any idea what the Hunchback of Notre Dame
No.
is?
The hump will have a big can.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm as lonely
So-
as the man on the moon.
That's because you killed everybody. The Hunchback of Kick Your Ass coming to a theater near you.
Brett Ratner. Brett Ratner will not be doing Conan.
No, they've already finished making Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Which we've talked about, and he was very
talked about
sad
that.
that he couldn't direct Conan. So,
But what would you, if you can't do Conan, what is the next best thing to Conan?
the character he's going to be directing a film of, see if you can guess from these clues.
Yes.
He has iron in his eyes.
Yes, I know where you're going.
He has thunder in his thighs.
Thunder in his thighs. Wow!
He's the mighty
Hey!
Hercules!
Hercules!
So Brett Ratner's Hercules, which is being described as a high-concept action adventure.
Thunder in his eyes, iron in his thighs.
those of
Going
you-
out to cruise
for
for
those-
guys in boys'
For
town.
those of you of an age that know that theme song like the back of your hand, Comic Book Man and I know it because it was an old cartoon show
Yeah,
back
it
in
was
the
an
day.
old cartoon.
So Brett Ratner's Hercules, thank God we're getting Brett Ratner's Hercules.
Dark Shadows, as you probably have heard, is coming back to the big screen, and Tim Burton is doing it, and it has a writer.
Fast track. This thing's been sitting around for about a year now. Now it's going to start shooting in January. They have
Yes.
a screenwriter who's almost done with the script already.
Just about done.
Seth Graham Smith, who wrote the book Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, which has been a part of a whole spate of novels taking classic characters
Yeah.
and classic literature and putting them in supernatural elements.
The
this is-
zombie thing with Little Women.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
This, I have a friend of mine who read Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and in spite of the kind of curious, funny title,
Yeah.
he actually takes Lincoln's letters and fashions this story about Lincoln being a vampire hunter. My friend said, and who I take his word as being pretty decent, said the book was actually very entertaining. Johnny Depp has yet to sign on the dotted line, but I think it's a foregone conclusion at this point. He will be donning the fangs of Jonathan Frid
Barnabas Collins.
to play Barnabas Collins. Shooting in January, supposed to be out for summer of 2012.
For those of you out there who are of an age and know who Barnabas Collins is, I know who Jonathan Frid is, all of you younger folks who've been going to see True Blood and Twilight, this is the original,
Yes, sir,
assuming
Dark
they do
Shadows.
this thing right,
Yeah.
assuming this is the original heartthrob vampire, oh my god, I love him,
Exactly.
character.
Exactly.
This is the original guy.
Yep, we're going back to the source material.
Our last story,
Yep.
Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken is doing a third Star Wars parody. It's going to have Anthony Daniels doing the voice of C-3PO in the thing. And Zac Efron, for some reason, is doing a voice. I don't know who or what, but Zac Efron.
Maybe he's
will
doing
be
Zac
doing that.
Efron.
And that will be ready for a December, right in time for Christmas.
Right in time for Christmas.
And airing at Christmas time.
Now, that's going to be on TV, right?
It will be on television.
Yeah, they're not gonna dump
Yeah,
it
part
on
of the Robot Chicken, whatever season they're in, they're way up there already, too.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's it. We're
Done.
done. We're finished. That's all we got time
Finito.
for. We're rocking our way towards Media News number 100. Keep watching. We got something special planned for 100.
We
Actually,
do?
no, we don't. I'm just pulling that out of my
We
ass.
do?
We have something special planned for number 100.
We're gonna be pantsless
And as soon as we
during
figure
100.
out what it
Your
is,
ass, that ain't gonna be so special.
as soon as we figure out what it is, it's going to be special.
It's going to be great. We're not going to be wearing pants. Wait a minute, we're not wearing pants now.
We're all going to the door to hell.
Hey, we're there now.
We're going to the doorway to hell. But you can go to the store's website before then, like right
Go
now.
there. Go there now.
And read all his reviews,
Mine.
like his reviews Inception, and all of Bocephus's news. And who's going to tell you about that?
Who?
Jesse Slaughter will.
Again?
Yes.
Do I have to do everything for you? www.myalternatereality.com.
So stop off at the store's website and check out all of his reviews and all of Bo's news. And until next time, consequences will never be the same again!
I stepped back because I thought he was gonna get loud.
Every one of yous! I'm calling the cyber police! And this is
It's good old JR. It's a bemused JR.
saying bye! The hero of the month this month at Alternate Reality is the Star Spangled Avenger himself, Captain America. That's right, all my Captain America trades are 25% off all month long. Hardcovers, softcovers, masterworks, essentials, everything that's a Captain America trade paperback is 25% off all month long here at Alternate Reality.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.